You mentioned like, for you personally, you felt like some of your friends, in the UK, they didn't really, I guess, maybe show up
Yeah,
for you in the way that you expected. So, just want to ask, because, what are some ways that people can support, friends and loved ones who are, on this journey? Like, maybe they don't know for sure that this is what you're
mm,
going through, but how can they, I guess, ask those questions without, seeming too invasive or,
yeah.
can you give some insight?
Well, so this is, I would say it depends on the individual and the level of relationship. So how close are you with these people? For example, it might just be someone you see at work, your colleague, and you just, you talk most of the time and you just know that they don't have children. I think it's a bit off going to ask, okay, why don't you have children? Blah, blah, blah. Something like that. Or somebody you see in church or random people. But if it's a good friend of yours that you do life with, I mean, someone you do life, you hang out with every day or every week, you attend parties together. I mean, you share intimate discussions, conversations together. I I think it's it's okay to ask. And because you're close to me, you already know what I like. You already know my love languages. You already know how I can respond to certain things. That is the level of closeness I'm talking about. So because you know, you can ask. I think it's easier to actually ask than not even ask. Because when you don't ask, this person would assume that um oh, you don't care. But when you ask in a very subtle or nice way, for example, practical things you can do. You can take me out, give me take me out for coffee or for a drink or whatever I like, you know, or take me out if you've noticed particularly that there's somehow a challenge here and I haven't told you about it. Or you just know that there is something. I mean, if you're close to the person, somehow you would know that they are in and out of hospital. Do you understand? You would know that unless they are secretive about it, but you would know that there is something happening fishy, something not quite there. Okay. So I can take you out, book us a table and have a little chat and then tell you about myself and what's going on and my struggle and ask you, I can ask you, I'm bold like that, I can ask you how is it going with you, about are you guys planning to have kids? Even sane people in the developed climb, they ask things like that. I've had people ask me, are you going to have more kids in church? Or my work colleagues. These are random people ask me, and I don't get upset. Okay. So why would your friend, why would you get upset when your friend asks you, friend that is close to you? So random people do ask, oh, are you actually, let me tell you, 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, we had a girly massage day. And one of the girls married like some 2 years ago. And in the conversation, she was asking me about my children, about my work, about things that are personal to me. And after that, I asked her, are you guys planning on having kids? And she said no, that no, she said yes, they're planning, but no, no, that they're going to stay for a little bit before they can have kids. And that was a very smooth conversation. I don't think she will feel bad because you've asked me about personal stuff. So, as a friend, I would suggest find the right time. The right time is key. Find the right time, find the right location. Take me out, take the person out. Make them happy and have a good conversation. Ask them, are you guys planning on having kids? Is there a little struggle, or is there anything you would like me to know? If you don't want me to know anything, don't worry. That's fine. I will not be upset with you, but I would, I because I care about you and I wanted to find out about that. So you can do that over a meal. They say when you have a meal together with people, it softens discussions. It makes things easier. Gifts are wonderful. When you buy gifts for people, it softens discussions as well. You take them out for anything, it softens discussion. But no questions like, why have you not had children? It's like there are questions. There's a way people package these things that actually trigger some emotion. So you say, um, you guys are not planning to have kids. And then your gesture, your facial expression is all looking, You guys are not planning to have kids, and you don't know that this person probably had an IVF that failed 2 weeks ago, and then you've triggered and they won't tell you. So it depends. But when if you do it in the right environment, like I've explained, the person would open up to you and they will let you in. They will let you in into that inner court chat. And this is one way you can support them. You know, another way is to just write them notes, practical, write them notes and say, we are thinking about you in whatever struggle or anything that you are going through. Just know that I'm there to listen. I am that friend that is there to listen to you. You can trust me. I am here to listen and support you. So if you are not bold enough to do any of the things I've shared, take it the next step and write them tests and things and tell them that you are there for them and you can listen to them if they need you. That would go a long way. Because if you tell me that you're here to listen, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. That's so kind. And when I have maybe one of my bad days and I'm looking, suddenly feeling lonely and there's no one to talk to, my memory would just say, "Oh, remember, she said she is here to listen." And this is how to support people practically. I would not, I would not advise you not to ask your friends or be bold about it. What is the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario is that they might flare up, they might be upset with you, they might not talk to you again, things like that. Yeah, but you genuinely, that you genuinely cared and you did it the right way. So with time, everything will sort itself out. Don't be bothered about that. But I find it really offensive that two close friends would be very close, like five and six, doing things, and one would not know what the other is going. Then what are you talking about? Because these are serious life, life issues that happens every day. Yeah.
Yeah.